A New Jersey father saw a unique opportunity for a teachable moment over the weekend, and he took it. 45-year-old Scott Harrell was teaching his 16-year-old son to drive in an empty Woodbridge, New Jersey parking lot. When he saw a police SUV, he had an idea. Joining me now is that dad, Scott Harrell. Welcome to Chasing News. How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
So what was the idea you had, and what did you do?
The idea I had, I wanted to dispel my son's fear. I knew what it was like when I was young and got pulled over for the first time. I was terrified.
Yeah.
And there's no reason that he should have to have that feeling. As I try and teach my children, we confront that which scares us. So I had him stop the car for a moment, spoke with the officer, and said, "Hey, if you're not too busy, would you mind pulling over my son?"
Wow. So what did he do? What did the cop do?
Aside from looking at me like I was a little crazy for a moment, I explained to him that I wanted to use this as a teachable moment, and he agreed to it. And I got back in the car with my son, had him continue his lap. Before too long, my son saw red and blues flashing behind him, and he got all scared. He was like, "Dad, what do I do? What do I do?" I said, "Well, the first thing is you don't drive up on the curb and run over that bush."
A lot of lessons going on. So he didn't realize why you had gotten out of the car to talk to the officer.
Oh, no. This was completely a surprise.
So what did the cop say to your son?
He had a very professional experience with my son. He first approached, asked him for his license, registration, and insurance, let him know what he was being pulled over for. Of course, my son looked at me and said, "Dad, I don't have any of that. We're going to be in trouble." I said, "Calm down, son. This is just a teachable moment."
Good for you.
Then the officer started speaking to him about where do you go to school, what kind of things do you like, and allowed my son to ask him some what-if questions, which he was more than happy to answer. By the time this was all done, both the officer and my son were laughing, shaking hands, and, really bonded, which is really what I was looking for.
Scott, it's my favorite story of the week. Thank you so much for joining me. Great job. More parents ought to be that hands-on. We'd have a lot better drivers out there on the road. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Let's bring in tonight's 8+ panel. We're joined by Allison Young, Republican strategist. Always good to see you, Allison.
Thanks, Bill.
And Bill Caruso, attorney and Democratic strategist. Good to see you, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
I love this story.
Awesome father, awesome cop.
Right?
I mean, all the nonsense we hear, all right, on a regular basis. What an amazing story. And for this dad to do that, I mean, frankly, it really brings up a question: should we do more of this formally?
Parents involved actively with the kids, cops involved actively in the community. This is the way it should work, and it's good to see that it's happening out there.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.